Anthony Bourdain's legacy spans far beyond celebrated kitchens, touching the hearts, souls, and stomachs of many curious enough to view his adventures. After his death, many wondered who inherited his money, his estate, his belongings. Stay tuned to find out. In June 2018, the news of renowned chef Anthony Bourdain's death was the subject of headlines.
And our friend, Anthony Bourdain, has died.
Bourdain was found deceased in his hotel room in France, where he was filming for his TV series, Parts Unknown. The celebrated chef's fans and colleagues in the culinary industry posted their tributes on various social media channels, where they described Bourdain as a giant talent, unapologetically honest, generous, and an exceptional human being, as reported by CNN. After the news broke, more details surrounding his death were revealed. It was his fellow chef and good friend, Eric Ripert, who found Bourdain unresponsive in his room. Ripert became worried when Bourdain didn't show up for dinner the night before and for breakfast that day. Ripert called Bourdain his best friend, and he was devastated to have been the one to discover his body. Bourdain struggled with mental health issues. In one episode of Parts Unknown, Bourdain talked to a psychotherapist and shared how he would sometimes go into a state of depression that lasted for days. He was also, at one point, addicted to heroin, but toxicology reports indicated that there were no narcotics in his system when he died. The cause of his death was listed as suicide. He was 61 years old. Bourdain left behind a daughter, Ariane Bourdain, whom he shared with his ex-wife, Octavia Busia. Before his rise to fame, Anthony Bourdain worked in the culinary industry as a professional cook. It was the success of his book, Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, that catapulted the chef to stardom. Soon afterward, Bourdain appeared in several TV shows, including A Cook's Tour, No Reservations, and Parts Unknown. Bourdain started his culinary journey as a dishwasher. Eventually, he was assigned to be a cook. However, he quickly realized that his skills weren't on par with his fellow chefs. He then enrolled at the Culinary Institute of America and graduated in 1978. From there, he worked his way up at different restaurants until he released Kitchen Confidential in 2000. After Bourdain's death, his brother Chris spoke to Today about how Bourdain was able to reach people and open their minds through food, sharing, "He had no preconceptions when he jumped into a new place. Some guy in the Congo who would never open up to a Western journalist, he would open up to Tony. Tony showed the guy at a footstool in Manila the same respect as Thomas Keller in Los Angeles, and treated the woman cooking in an apartment in wherever just as equally."
Tony was the advocate in our society for how we can treat people on the far side of the planet.
At the time of his death, Anthony Bourdain reportedly had a net worth of $1.2 million. Based on court documents, he had $425,000 in savings, $250,000 worth of personal property, and $35,000 in brokerage accounts. In addition to that, he also had $500,000 in royalties and intangible property, as reported by Variety. The amount may seem low for a big celebrity chef like Bourdain. However, the number obtained from the court documents is only a portion of his wealth, as he had a separate trust with an undisclosed value. In his last will, Bourdain left the majority of his estate to his daughter Ariane Bourdain, who was only 11 years old at the time of the chef's death. Ariane has fond memories of her father and said that he always played with her and encouraged her creativity. Ariane's mother, Octavia Busia, serves as the executor of the estate and was left with the chef's personal possessions to do with them what she believes Bourdain would have wanted. Since Ariane was a minor when Bourdain died, a guardian was tasked to ensure that her inheritance is properly handled until she becomes of age. According to USA Today, Ariane will be given money from the trust on her 25th birthday, and then again when she turns 30 years old. At 35 years old, she will have access to the remainder of the amount in the trust. If you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK 8255.